Hello everyone, welcome to Nitor Infotech's talk show, where we get to learn a little bit more about our fellow Nitorians. Today we have with us Abhishek Tanwade. Abhishek has been with us since 2008 and he joined us as a fresher. Today he is the Associate Director of Data Engineering Practices. Welcome Abhishek.
Thank you, Shalini.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your journey at Nitor Infotech?
Sure. I joined Nitor in 2008 and I am one of the fresher batch when Nitor hired their first fresher batch.
Okay,
and I was the one of them. When I joined, the kind of background I was having is I came from a rural area, and it's Bisleri water is something, the definition for mineral water. We were not aware of, mineral water is the term we used for
I see.
And the Parle-G is the biscuit for us. So and from there the kind of platform I got in Nitor, Shriram, one of my best friend, he has referred me, and when I joined I was not able to speak a complete sentence in English in front of people. That doesn't mean I don't know English or there was no subject at all in my academics, but the kind of fear I was having when we used to speak in front of respected people or lot of audiences, that was difficult for me, and that was a struggling part. And when I joined, there were hardly, I think, 30 people team in Nitor. And in BI, I have started my career with data engineering and BI. In BI, there were 5 people, and such a competitive environment it was. And I was not getting an opportunity to work on any of the project because of the kind of communication is required, because it was daily interaction with customers. But as Sanjeev said, he always used to say, right, own people, put genuine efforts and groom them, make them comfortable, so that we should provide them the platform to express themselves and let them practice so that they will learn and start contributing. Just never give up attitude we should have. So frequently in all my stages of the career, I got that opportunity. And one incident when I was working on one of the POC was the project, and was also bidding for that. And we won that project, and I was the only developer working on that. And Mr. Potnis, he directly came to my desk and he congratulated me. And he said, I don't want to meet anybody, managers or anybody else. I just wanted to congratulate Abhishek, and you just started your career and don't stop, go ahead. So I got a feeling that, managing director of an organization coming to my desk and directly congratulating me, it was a great feeling for me, because in academics I was very poor student, right? So ते म्हणतात ना, कोणत्याही शिक्षकाचा आवडता विद्यार्थी मी कधी होऊच नाही शकत. But I think here I tried my best, and I got all those maybe wishes fulfilled when I joined Nitor. And it was a great feeling when very respected people praising your work and saying good things about you. That was really great feeling, and that was the motivation for me. And it was, I think, 3.5 years of journey in my first stint with Nitor. So after that I left.
So this kind of a pat on your back obviously makes a really big difference in your career. Speaking of that, could you tell us a bit more about your experience with the leadership here at Nitor?
Sure. About leadership team, starting from Mr. Potnis, Sanjeev Fadnavis, Rohini Wagh, we have Yogesh Kulkarni and Abhijit Shah. These are all really great mentors. But I'll start with Mr. Potnis. Whenever he feels, this entire group or the people who are working with us lagging somewhere, he used to come up with the very relevant sessions and the kind of time management session. Maybe if he feels people are shy away from speaking in front of maybe audience, he used to come up with the debate competition, or he used to give some topics, ask them to present, and people will ask questions. So this will help as an individual to have that spontaneity. When someone asks you a question, you need to think, and also it will help you to build your thought process, the kind of question asked and how spontaneously you are asking or reacting or responding to the question. That is more important. So such kind of sessions, activities as a management or as a true leader he has carried out, and that those activities will really help us to upscale ourselves, I would say. I think about Sanjeev, it's very emotional bond I have, because I really admire him, and the kind of faith, the kind of trust he has shown in me, just by looking at, okay, he has some spark, he is good at some at some point, he feels that okay, he can do a better job, and he hired me. When I interviewed, it was taken by him, and one thing that we were sitting and discussing, and it was my birthday. So we were just discussing, the casual discussions was there, and suddenly Sanjeev pinged me, "Where are you?" So I said, "I am in office, 4th floor," and he said, "Okay, I want to meet you." And I said, "Okay, I'll come." And he said, no, wait, I'll come." So he came to downstairs, and he wished me, and he just came to wish me on my birthday. And I was like, then he went, and we were discussing, and I said, "बस यार यही एक चीज है, निटॉर छोड़ने का मन नहीं करता." So the kind of gesture he has shown, I said, what else you want? A CEO of company is coming downstairs to wish you on your birthday. So this was one thing. Rohini has supported me a lot as an individual. She used to come up with what all weaknesses, what all areas I can improve, and she frequently suggested me some of the improvement areas, guided me how I can improve myself whenever speaking in front of people or presenting some topics to any audiences, how I can increase my vocabulary by looking, by maybe watching some news or reading some newspapers. She has suggested me some of the books, very good books, which are really interesting, based on my interest area. She has suggested. She asked me some of the talk show you need to watch if you are really interested in Bollywood kind of these things. So you watch those which are in English, and maybe you can pick those words and try to find the meaning and try to use those when, or practice those when you are interacting with people. So it really helped me. Now talking about Yogesh and Abhijit, I think वो बोलते हैं ना कि इंसान को अपने दोनों आंखों की तुलना नहीं करनी चाहिए. तो these are the two leaders I always look up to. Yogesh is my goalmate, I would say. We used to say, right, we have classmate, roommate, but he is my goalmate. He always supported me, guided me, helped me to achieve my goals. So, and he was taking genuine interest in my growth. And he's always there. He just said, "You go ahead, I always be there." And he has always provided me the platform whenever the opportunity comes in. Even if he can speak a lot more than me, but he always give me that opportunity, and he said, "Okay, you go ahead and do it." So I remember one thing, and it's just an analogy. I'm not sure if you remember or if you have seen that match when I think Virat Kohli has done his century, and Dhoni was on strike, and we hardly require 1 or 2 runs and Dhoni has just defended that ball, and Kohli just reacted, why? So his reaction was, I want you to finish. And he has given that opportunity.
Right.
So that kind of, maybe this is the analogy I can map it with Yogesh. About Abhijit, he is one of the interesting character, I would say, because he is such a knowledgeable person. He is very dedicated, very positive attitude, and he used to say that okay, this person is very easy to work with, or something like that. But I would say he is very easy to work with, because I never feel stressed when I'm interacting with him. Even the escalation comes, he is very chill. Okay, hey, escalation aa gaya yaar, ab dekh le tu hi. So he is very casual approach he used to have, so that it feels the kind of relaxation you have when you are dealing with the situation, because you need to ultimately act. So he make that environment so comfortable, so easy to perform somebody.
True.
So that's what I feel. This is the leadership team, and I am blessed to have that those days.
So Abhishek, it sounds like all the leaders, including your bosses Yogesh and Abhijit, had a lot to contribute to your professional growth in a holistic manner. Now I see you speak a lot about soft skills and how they helped you improve your performance in your professional life. Could you tell us a little bit more about the tools and technologies that you've worked with right from the beginning up until now?
Okay, about tools and technologies. Before that, I think tools and technologies are very much important. But it is really important to have the fundamental understanding of any of the areas we consider. बोलते हैं ना कि two का tables will never change. So we need to have that kind of fundamental knowledge, and these tools and technologies, we just take support of those and achieve or address any business problems. I have started my career as a MSBI developer, Microsoft Business Intelligence Suite, and I worked there for 5 years, maybe using these tools and technologies from Microsoft itself. When I joined back Nitor, there was a situation wherein I had to work on Talend. Talend is one of the open source ETL tool, and I was a bit reluctant. Why should I work on something? Because I'm an expert. As an expert in some areas, I wanted to use those tools and technologies and do better job. Why should I change my track or the technology stack? But when I started working on it, Vikram Puranik was there. He was our, I think, vice president at the time. And he said, don't look at just a tools or technology. Instead of being SSIS developer or talent developer, you should be an ETL developer or kind of data engineer, and tools and technologies should not be restrictions. So that onwards, my mindset has been changed, and then I have started working on a lot of different tools, technologies, and at some point in time, I shared my profile with one of the customer. And that customer stakeholder mentioned that this profile looks like a fake. How can an individual can work on this many tools, technologies? But I said, then I realized, okay, these are the list of tools I have worked upon, but I worked on these tools. So this is how I feel that tools and technologies are just we're there to take support or take help, but it is more of an implementation strategy we should have, and fundamentally we should be strong. The foundation should be very strong, so that you can build any type of applications, any type of platforms using any of the tools, technologies. Because I don't know, as an audience or as an end user, they will look at the kind of implementations we have, not the kind of technologies we used. So that's what I feel. Technology comes secondary for me, if you really ask.
From what I understand, you seem to be very adaptive when it comes to technology especially. How do you keep up with latest technologies, and have you faced any hurdles in doing so?
So, adapting the technology change. If you really look at the current market, if we really analyze it, this is not the situation 5 years before. Okay,
Correct.
When I started, it was like, okay, MSBI developer means, okay, if we have MSBI developer, if he knows SSIS, SSAS, SSRS, it's really great. But nowadays, if you really look at this, technology is evolving quite a lot, right?
True.
There is a paradigm shift, we can call it as. Every now and then we can hear something new in terms of data platforms, in terms of ETL tools, these big data ecosystems, cloud services. There are leading cloud providers are there, but it is more important to have this adaptability, just to look at the business problems and how you are going to address it. Now, I would say how we define the success. If you really ask me, first define the problem and then solve the problem. This is the simple definition of success for me. There are not many in all others' perspective, but when you know what exactly need to be done and need to identify the characteristics and how those characteristics we need to address. Okay, this is the business problem we have, and maybe if I have a data background, so I can talk more from that front. We need to understand the characteristics of data, and if we really see, okay, volume is large, data is getting generated in a variety of format, so we need to ask questions ourselves that, okay, whatever the technology stack I know, is it enough to address these problems? Is it enough to handle that volume, variety, velocity? Then people can come up with different problem statement. Okay, if I say, okay, not SSIs, but I know big data ecosystem, I can go with that. I can use that. But then again, a customer may come up with, but we don't want to manage infrastructure. We don't want to put efforts managing infrastructure. Then eventually we need to prefer or leverage public cloud providers like Azure, AWS, or GCP for that matter. Then what? Do you know GCP? Do you know AWS? Do you know Azure? Then in Azure, what all services you are going to use? Or any public cloud provider have their own services. So these are the ways you need to keep evolving yourself along with the technology. Because now industries are coming up with their own challenges, their own problems, and if we are not able to address those challenges, address their problems with the legacy, we cannot call it as legacy, but conventional way of the utilizing the tools. What all new tools, technologies are in the market, because nobody is interested in reinventing the wheel, and they don't want to put a lot of efforts in doing that, right? Time and every industry, I think, fail fast approach. If this is not working, it is really important to identify what is not working and then go with what exactly we need to use, which will work for us to address those specific problems. So I think this is the way we need to look at the problems and adapting the technologies.
So that was actually a really great answer, Abhishek. I actually really love your approach towards problem solving, and I bet our fellow Nitorians and everybody else listening to this talk show can learn a lot from you. Going back a little, you mentioned that you left Nitor for a little while. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure. When I left Nitor, I think I was having 3.5 years of experience, and I was just having a thought in mind that, okay, I spent good amount of time in one organization, and I thought, okay, let's explore other organizations, other work culture, per se, what all things, because वो बोलते हैं ना, मरने के बाद ही स्वर्ग दिखता है.
True that.
तो you never know. I mean, what type of feeling you will get when you join other organization.
I see. So, is there anything about Nitor's technology culture, values? What prompted you to come back?
One of my very good friend, Mahesh Saini, he was also part of Nitor. He called me and asked me, और क्या हाल, बीवी बच्चे क्या बोलते हैं? मैंने बोला सब सही है. He said क्या कर रहा है? And I was not having answer.
Oh.
So in terms of work, और क्या कर रहा है? So then I realized that I'm not doing anything. And then he just asked me, आएगा क्या वापस? So I was like, okay, let's see. And then I just and then actually I started thinking, what if I join Nitor again? Because when you work with an organization, you know all pros, cons,
That's
everything,
true.
right? So I just started thinking. I had a discussion with my wife, and she just mentioned, I always liked Nitor. She was having very emotional bond with Nitor because she feels that, okay, you are not getting job, and Nitor is the one
that
hired
give you
you.
an opportunity.
They have trusted your whatever the kind of knowledge you are having, because as a fresher, what you know, all
true.
that academics, whatever you learn, that was the only thing I was having, right? So she said, if you really feel that you will do better job, you'll get more satisfaction in terms of work, and the kind of recognition you always speak about, right? Then I thought, okay,
Time to go back.
This is the time to go back and let's join Nitor. So
Yeah.
I called Mahesh and I said I wanted to come. And I joined Nitor. Nitor waited 3 months for me.
Wow.
And then this rest is the
Rest is history.
Yes.
So it basically sounds like the technology buff and you couldn't stay away from Nitor, and everybody here made it seem like a family. So coming back, I'm sure must have been quite easy for you. The transition was easy for you?
No. I would not say it was easy, because when I was part of Nitor, I set one benchmark, right? And as I mentioned, I didn't get an opportunity to work on some of the latest tools, technology, in the kind of pace market was having at that time. The technology again evolving, and the culture has been changed.
Right.
Nitor has grown. Maybe at that time 200-300 people were there in Nitor, and then it was like, again, I need to prove myself that the kind of Abhishek, when earlier he used to work in Nitor, so I need to first reach to that level, and then again I need to convey my existence, the uniqueness, and how I can add the value that,
Right.
okay, yes, there was no second thought of hiring again Abhishek. So that was the pressure I was having at that time, and but at the same time I was feeling very happy that I joined the same environment again, wherein I can work on multiple things, multiple projects. I can just go and start contributing. There will be no one asking me the questions, why are you doing this, why are you doing that, and even I got the flexibility to ask some types of investments. Even I can tell you, when I joined, starting from my first day till now, nobody has asked me any question that why you want to learn this, why you want to explore this. Every time and I am very much thankful to the leadership team. They are always ready to invest whatever we wanted to explore in data engineering and analytics. So yes, pressure was there, but one thing was there, that as I have started my career with Nitor, I know the core values, the work culture, and I was fearless, and till now I am fearless in any type of situation, how to respond it. So I never feel pressure about any of the customer, any of the escalations. Projects will come, project will go, organization will be there, the data engineering and BI will always be there. So I don't think right now or till now I'm feeling any pressure or fear that how can I work on something.
That's great. So do you feel like you should have had the chance, or did you feel like you wanted to have some on-site sort of projects as well?
Okay, good question actually. I think I forgot to mention when I joined back Nitor, actually I went twice to London, UK, and I got an opportunity to work with the customer, travel to on-site and have direct interaction with the customers. So I just forgot to mention this, and it was great experience. I mean, everybody wanted to travel, have that experience. So I also got that, but it's not just that okay, we should get the opportunity to travel on-site. But for what you're traveling to on-site, that is more important. So whatever I was expecting, for those reasons, I had traveled to UK. So that is one of the satisfaction I have, that I just don't, I just didn't get an opportunity and went to on-site and work on something which is I'm really not interested, but just to have that visit. It really doesn't sounds like the kind of expectations I was having.
Right. That sounds absolutely great, Abhishek. So tell us, where do you see yourself in the next few years at Nitor? How do you plan to further your career here?
I think this is not the easy question to answer.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we can have this in maybe short-term and long-term goals. Short-term, if you really ask me now, data engineering practice comes under technology practice, and it's my dream to have data engineering as a separate unit in Nitor. That's what the short-term goal for me, and to lead this data engineering practice and have that team together to serve all different business functions at Nitor from data engineering and analytics standpoint.
Right.
And if you really ask me long-term goal, I wanted to be, because I'm really interested in all the technologies. So I wanted to be a CTO and have the responsibility, accountability and authority to take all the technology decisions in every areas. Not just in data, but application development, any type of platform development, product development. I would love to have that kind of responsibility.
That sounds wonderful, Abhishek. So in closing thoughts, do you have a success mantra for our new Nitorians?
Okay, success mantra, what I would say is maybe भीड़ का हिस्सा मत बनो.
Wow.
भीड़ तुम्हें साहस तो देगा, लेकिन तुमसे तुम्हारी पहचान छीन लेगा. So your existence does matter. And if you really relate it with any analogy, be the player instead of audience. Audience तो हल्ला करेगी, player की तरह खेलते रहो. Critics रहेंगे जो तुम्हें criticize करेंगे, लेकिन you have to be focused and play your game. So this is what I feel.
That's great advice. That's really good advice. So in closing thoughts, I think we had a great conversation. Abhishek and all of us have learned a lot. Word on the street is that you're a great singer and you actually enjoy singing. Would you like to sing a couple of lines for us?
Maybe not a song, but one share.
Sure.
ठीक है. क्यों बदले हम अपने जीने का अंदाज, क्या है हमारे पास इस अंदाज के सिवा. तो और अभी तुमने रिक्वेस्ट किया ही है सॉन्ग के लिए, तो मैं जिंदगी का साथ निभाता चला गया, हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ाता चला गया. That
song really fits who you are as a person, I feel like. It was really, really great talking to you. And I'm sure all of us have learned a lot from Abhishek today. He's obviously greatly contributed to Nitor's growth as an organization. And all of us can learn a lot from the advice that he's given to us. It was again really lovely talking to you, Abhishek. To learn more about what we do and who we are, please visit us on nitorinfotech.com. And to learn more about the latest in technology, follow us on our social media platforms. Thank you.
I know Abhishek from my childhood, where we spent time together from first standard to the engineering, and till now today. We are growing together in Nitor for last 14 years. There are many qualities about Abhishek which I can talk, but currently I want to express about few key qualities. Like Abhishek has a great attitude. He always ready to accept challenges and resolve it in any situation. Friendly nature, and he always support to his friend, team and colleagues. I would like to explain here one of the funny moment where Abhishek and me were working in one of the project during our engineering degree. We got one project from Hyderabad. When we actually run that project in Hyderabad in one of the institute, it was working fine. But actually when we presented this in front of examiner, it got failed, and Abhishek and me both were surprised. Jokes apart, Abhishek is one of the great mentor who for his friend, colleagues and team. I feel very proud that I got one of the good friend like Abhishek. I can talk Abhishek about many words for a month or year because of his honesty and transparency.
I have 3 adjectives for Abhishek. First is technologist, second is dynamism, third is adaptability. All of 3 adjectives are suitable for him, be it in any technology across the world, starting from all the data engineering basics till the GCP. He is experienced in all of that and adapts to the newer technologies so soon, and he is ahead of the curve. The third thing is dynamism. He understands the situation and he can adapt, and he can make sure that no one will understand that it is new to him. That is what Abhishek is. I can keep on talking about him for hours together, but Abhishek, we are proud of you to have a part of Nitor family.
It's been more than 7 years that I'm working with Abhishek, and it has been a wonderful journey that we are engaged together. It has been a wonderful experience to not only achieve many milestones together, but we have seen all the ups and downs, and in all those years there has been a great learning together. Today the way I see Abhishek transformed, it's completely a different version of himself, and I feel so proud that I have got such a great leader in my team. His journey from a database engineer, for that matter, or prior to that as a trainee to head of the data engineering and an entire BI practice, it is something anybody could dream for. So today I see that dream come true, and I can see that he'll achieve much more success with Nitor. Proud to have you, Abhishek, as part of Nitor family. I would like to say some lines about Abhishek. It is all about how you achieve your goals and what goal you want to keep in your mind. That defines you as a person. So for Abhishek, his goal is not just the roof but the sky, and then we say that sky is the limit. That's the person Abhishek is. So if I have to say the same, in his way of saying it as a shairi, I would say सीढ़ियाँ उन्हें मुबारक हो जिन्हें छत तक जाना है, मेरी मंजिल तो आसमान है, रास्ता मुझे खुद बनाना है. So that's what defines Abhishek. Proud to have you as part of the leadership team, as part of Nitor family, Abhishek. Wishing you all the best and many more years of success with Nitor.